Imagine.
Imagine.
Oh, you're not talking first.
It's kind of your thing.
I thought you were going to kick it off. Anyways, no. So, we've talked about this a great deal on the show, that, what you put in your brain prior to going to sleep, the power of the unconscious mind, like your mind works as you sleep. Right? So being very focused in your thoughts. And like we talked about this a couple weeks ago on the show, the whole like focused mindset versus a default mindset.
Right.
Your default of your brain when you lie down to go to sleep very well might be to go to negative thoughts, right?
Yes.
Thinking,
Most people.
worrying about tomorrow, thinking about something that happened earlier on the day. So this is a very purposeful process.
Yeah.
That when you lie your head down at night to go to sleep, that you sink into an imagination.
Yes.
Imagine your outcome. And, so I think that it really depends on the person where they sit in this imagination realm. But whenever I am like suggesting to anybody to get kickstarted on this,
yep.
I always make the recommendation that you pick one very focused thing to imagine. So maybe, for example, you're going, you're looking for a new job. Right? And you want to imagine the outcome of landing your dream job.
Yep.
Right? So create this story in your
Sure.
head. Create this visual of you getting a phone call from, I even close my eyes as I do that. You get a phone call from the person who said, okay, you got the job, and what you're wearing the day you go for your first day on the job, the outfit, how you feel when you walk in, what kind of coffee you have, and imagine the scenario and play it over and over and over again.
Yep.
That's what I do when I go to sleep at night. Now, for me, I scatter it amongst whatever on a given day I'm in the mood to think about.
Yep.
But like I literally will lie down and I'll close my eyes and I will have like conversations in my head with the people who I'm thinking about, talking to or growing with or connecting with, etc. And I drift off to sleep like that,
100%.
Imagining the outcome of whatever it is that I have planted in my head.
If I were to offer you guys a trick on the expression of the emotion to go with that imagination, I would ask you to subdue excitement, to refrain from the electric, vibrational, so excited, can't wait emotion. Instead, calm reassurance. That our speaker just wanted to chime in for a second there. Maybe it liked the calm reassurance thing.
Maybe it was like imagination.
Exactly. But when you couple that vision with a calm reassurance as opposed to an excitement, number one, it really does sink you in to like dreamland, which just extends into sleepiness, right? But the other thing is that like, imagine your outcome is one of our 4 pillars. We've not gotten verbose with respect to giving you lots of things to do every single day. 4 basic things, and this is one of them. But I want to tell you, it's probably the highest value thing. When you simply decide to make imagine your outcome part of your living experience, especially if you do it at night like that, you start to change the language of your unconscious mind silently, but more powerfully than you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
So I love what Carrie said there. Pick a part of your life that you're really gearing towards. Your fitness, your business, your money, your love life, your happiness, whatever it is. And start to create an image of what it looks like to have achieved, to have done, to be that. And kind of match it with this calm reassurance of emotion. Number one, talk about the greatest, most powerful tool to change the story of your unconscious. But number two, it whisks you into dreamland.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievably powerful.
I want to add to that. Hold on 1 second. I'm writing something so I don't forget.
Yeah.
So I want to add to that because there was a time in my life when sinking into imagination was maybe a little bit of a challenge.
Sure.
At nighttime. When I was falling asleep because I was maybe strained by some heavy-bound nature stories. This is like going back 6 years now. And so I did have an imagine my outcome scenario painted, but what I actually did was I essentially added to it. So I would lie down, and I had this repetition of a series of sentences that encapsulated my imagine your outcome, right?
Sure.
And I'm actually going to read them to you, okay? So it went like this, and it's not going to make any sense to you, but that's the point. I want to give you an example, okay? The greatest love story ever told is mine to have and to hold. Healing, inspiring, like a tropical fish, doing this however I wish. Because when my soul is free, everything comes to me. That was a series of words that I memorized that connected directly to the imagine my outcome.
Yep.
So what would happen is it's almost like it acted as an anchor when I put my head down at night
Sure.
to start saying that.
Anchor, great word.
And it would anchor me into like the emotion of connecting to my imagination, and then from there I use that as a passageway to either sink into imagination or to drift away.
My last comment on that is the whole concept of anchor. That's partly why we do this. When you create the habit of imagining as your head hits the pillow, you train your conscious brain and unconscious mind to treat that as an anchor. The whole systemic you just recognizes it's time to fall.